First into the tank is a brand designed for women warriors.
Hi Sharks, my name is Maya Nazareth and I'm the founder of Alchemize Fight Wear. Fight wear for the fighter inside of every single woman. I'm here seeking $250,000 in exchange for 5% of my company.
5 million.
Sharks, I'm a fighter. I started training combat sports 8 years ago and it transformed me from a shy wallflower and turned me into the confident woman you see before you today. But female fighters like me face a major problem. We don't have gear to train in. Imagine, I'm in my regular Thursday jiu-jitsu class. I'm one of 5 women on a mat filled with men. I'm mid-roll, my opponent is choking me, and all of a sudden I realize my entire chest is exposed.
Oh, God.
And I'm completely mortified. That moment makes a lot of women quit. But that's why I started Alchemize Fight Wear, built for our bodies and built for battle. Just look at it in action.
Oh, wow.
Okay, jiu-jitsu demo.
Exciting.
Let's go.
At Alchemize, we focus on the core 4 fight sports: jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing, and MMA. We make gear engineered for confidence. Our hero product, a women's wrestling singlet, does it all in just one garment. It has a built-in sports bra, a high neckline, double lining through the front backing gusset. We also offer rash guards, leggings, and of course, jiu-jitsu gis, perfectly tailored for the female body. We are redefining fight wear and building a community of women who can find the fighter within them. So Sharks, which one of you will join the fight?
Great presentation.
Let's go. And we are back with another Shark Tank breakdown or reaction video. I am your host, Dave, a 10+ year intellectual property attorney dealing with everything from patents, copyrights, trade secrets, as well as trademarks. And man, shout out, I think she said her name was Maya. I was interviewing Ryan from Dead Strength Brewing, who was on Shark Tank a couple weeks ago, and he was kind of talking about how he identified the problem of kind of not wanting to hangover, especially as you get older. They came out with the low, a craft beer that has kind of low calories and things like that. And it seems like Maya has did the same thing with her kind of body armor or fight wear, I think is what she called it, that has essentially, that is meant for women, particularly women fighters. So yeah, man, when you are trying to think about what it is that you can create, start a business around, you got to think about, okay, identify some problems and how can you solve those problems. So shouts out to Maya for that. Now, the 3 things plus the bonus that I look for when I'm doing these videos is how simple is the product. Seems pretty simple for the user. How effective is it? She has what, 250,000 for 5% is her ask. That's $5 million. So I would imagine that she has some sales, and a lot of times the effectiveness of the product can be ascertained by way of the sales as well as the reviews. Then what's the market like? And hey, man, women fighting, that's is getting more popular. So I think it is a market for it. No, unfortunately, I'm not in the know as far as is it other clothing accessories for women fighters. It seems like I haven't seen a lot. So she may be on something that relates to it being a market for it. That's an untapped market. And then the 4th or the bonus thing that I look for being an IP attorney is, are you protecting the intellectual property? I can tell you I did a quick search. She does have Alchemize Fight Wear. That name is trademarked. And initially I was thinking, okay, this may be some clothing, so you just have branding, but I wouldn't be surprised if she have some of her garments protected by way of a patent. I think she talked about how you have a bra, a built-in bra on the shirt portion of it, and it seems like she has some other features that are kind of maybe unique or innovative specifically with regards to women. So I wouldn't be surprised if she has some patents on her garments. So that's something to be on the lookout for. Lori is the one that typically asks about patents and if things are protected by way of a patent. So let's see here. Before we get back into it, hey, go check out my ebook, Got IP. That's been flying off the shelf this past week. I had a video that went, I don't want to say went viral, but it got like 40,000+ views on the whole Gilbert Arena situation. And a number of people who was watching that video, they checked out the ebook. They bought the ebook. So shouts out for them for buying the ebook. And to the extent that you want to buy the ebook, that link is in the description. It's going to tell you, okay, how to come up with an ideal all the way to monetizing your ideal in every step in the process. Talking about manufacturing, talking about intellectual property, talking about how you get a solution or a problem to solve. It goes through a lot of things that I think is going to find helpful. So definitely go check out that. And last but not least, before I get back to the video, please hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. And let's see if Maya gets a deal here. I think she has a good chance, man. Let's go.
Thank you.
Great.
In front of you, you'll find some
And is that Serena Williams' husband? One of you guys have to let me know in the comments. Is that Serena Williams' husband, the guest shark? It's actually 2 guest sharks, but the woman I think she's been on before. I think the guy, that's Serena Williams' husband, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go.
of our products. Thank you so much, ladies.
Your signature piece, which is a unitard, correct?
Yes. Our core product line is built out of 5 products: a singlet, a grappling spat, a rash guard,
is this the number 1 SKU for the company, like 80% sales?
That's the number 1 SKU. It's not 80% of sales, but it's probably about 50, and it's growing.
The quality is incredible. It's just so soft.
Thank you.
This
The
is
UFC
beautiful.
doesn't have certain things like this.
They're making what I call shrink it and pink it fight wear.
Sure.
So they're just making stuff super small and hot pink and calling it female fight wear.
Okay.
We do seasonal drops that are more designed.
So I've been watching these trends on Reddit around jiu-jitsu for the last decade. Very bullish. I've also seen firsthand many dads talking about putting their daughters into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu earlier than ever. You don't ever want to see your kid in a precarious position, but this gives you the self-defense ability to handle it.
My daughter is in Jiu-Jitsu right now for that reason.
I also know from my investing in women's sports, Angel City FC, and obviously also married to Serena Williams.
You know,
I couldn't help myself. So I've spent a lot of time around women's sports, especially the last 5 years. One of the most jarring stats is most young girls drop out simply because of access to sports bras. So it is so bad that I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Tell us about you.
Sure. So I walked into a jiu-jitsu gym when I was 17 years old. Totally transformed my life. Like, I was a shy kid who had been bullied all my life, and jiu-jitsu helped me discover that I was strong and that I was powerful and that I could learn skills that could help me defend myself.
I love that.
That's a great.
Love that.
So Mia, 250,000, 5%, that's a $5 million valuation. You have sales. Why don't we talk about that?
Yeah, so we have 1.8 million in lifetime sales.
Okay.
I started this business when I was a student in university in 2020. We've grown over the last couple of years. We grew to about $300,000 without spending a dollar on ad spend. Last year, we did nearly 500,000 in sales.
What are you going to do in sales this year, and will you make any money?
We're expecting to make $875,000 in sales this year.
Yeah.
And expecting to show modest profitability at 3 to 5%.
Are you direct to consumer? Are you selling through gyms, a combination?
We're 100% direct to consumer right now.
And how are they finding you?
Most of them are on Instagram, and we have a really high engagement rate. Our engagement rate right now is close to 10%. Industry average is like less than 5.
And you've never done any spend on digital, so you don't have a CAC?
No, so now we're doing spend on digital. Our customer acquisition cost is $32 on an average order value of $157.
How much does this unit retail for?
That unit retails for $90, and it costs us $27 to make.
Can you reduce the SKUs, or would you be interested in that?
So we only build inventory and hold inventory in our core 5 products. Right now, we launch like capsule collections. We launch super limited inventory because I don't want to get bogged down with inventory. And we tell stories around those capsules.
And I like a limited drop. I think that's really smart because it gives a sense of urgency to your customer. Then you can see, like, that was a winner. We sold out immediately. Let's bring that in as a signature product in color.
I love the story of it's a vertical that you've defined with a community, but I don't think you're worth $5 million. And
She might be though, because wait, alchemy is turning lead into gold, right? So to walk me through the brand of Alchemize.
Yeah. So I want to answer your question about our valuation first, and then I'll tell you about Alchemize.
Yeah.
The activewear multiples right now are 4 to 8x revenue.
That's at a 50 million run rate.
True. Right now, I think we will see strategic acquisition opportunities in this space within 2 to 3 years.
Can you talk about that brand a little bit though? Because you're competing against folks that have built brands that people will tattoo on their bodies. That's my personal benchmark. I knew Reddit was going to make it the first time I saw my logo tattooed on someone.
Yeah.
The important thing is, like, the brand that you're going to have to build is going to have to be something very formidable and compelling.
Yeah, so Alchemy is about transformation. I think it's so much bigger than combat sports Alchemize is. We are for the fighter in every single woman.
Listen, Maya, I love the name. I love Alchemize. Love the designs. I just talked with Alexis because I could tell he had a twinkle in his eye. I could tell he likes this too. And we'd like to make you an offer.
So TiVo action.
To make an offer on Maya's fight wear brand for women, Alchemize.
It would be $250,000, but we're going to ask for 20%.
Ooh,
A little haircut on value.
talking about a little haircut, let's stop the show really quickly. She added at $5 million, and they're what, 1.25? So they're chopping in at what, by a fifth? Man, that's tough. That's tough. Some things that I did kind of pick from this thing is a $1.8 million lifetime sales. They started it 5 years ago. Seems like the bulk of her sales came last year, 500,000. They're looking to do 800,000 this year. Will she make 3 to 5%? So what is that? What, $40,000 or so? So she is making money. And again, it is a hard space to get into. I will say that with the clothing, athletic clothing, you're competing with the Nikes, you're competing with obviously UFC and what they have going on. Some big dogs. So, it's a tough space to get off into. The power of social media. That's why I do this show. That's why I do this. Started a channel because, hey, you guys can benefit so much from just social media. She talked about, I think, having no ad spends, just videos going viral and high retention rate. And next thing you know, she's selling millions of dollars of her product. So this is one of the great things about being in this century or this age of being able to utilize social media to your advantage, get your product out there. She talked about get the story out there. A lot of their drops have stories around it, and then being able to sell DTC, direct to consumer, without having to go to these big box retailers. So shouts out to that. Yeah, we'd be interested to see what happens with whether or not she get a deal. It looks like Mr. Wonderful, he is also interested in it. Alexa, I'm not sure his name, and Lori, $250,000 for 20%. Man, that's steep if you ask me, but let's see what she ends up doing. So let me get back to it here really quickly. Riveting stuff.
It is. It's a little haircut.
But it aligns with revenue today. And I can't stress this enough. With our combined forces and expertise on the retail front, on the commerce front, and the internet and consumer side, I think it could be tremendous. And most importantly, do a lot of good.
I would love to work with you guys, but
Under at 10.
I just can't go to 20%.
Under at 10. Land at about 12 and a half.
Could you do 250 for 10%?
Let's go. And I don't watch these things. I'm just good at it.
Would you do 15?
12 and a half.
I can't do 15.
12 and a half.
What if we do 100, 100, 100? Give her 300.
That's a $2 million valuation.
5 and 5 and 5. Are you okay with that, guys?
No.
They like
I'm
it.
a woman warrior. I've got over 95% female workforce of 3,500 women that work with me. I look at you and you have an authentic brand story.
What do you want to do?
I'm a fighter, so I'm gonna shoot my shot. Could we do the 300,000 for 12?
Are you crazy?
No.
I might be crazy,
Are
but
you crazy?
also,
I would have wanted 25%. You got the #1 seller in Shark Tank history. He's married to Serena Williams, and she has the biggest cult following with 95% women working for her, and you're negotiating.
300 basis
promise
points
you.
is
Crazy?
irrelevant. It's
When this is a
irrelevant.
billion-dollar business, you will not be
Yes.
thinking, gosh, I wish I had a few more
100%
points.
right.
yeah. I would love to take the deal.
Yay!
Thank you. It's so nice to meet you. Thank
Yeah,
you
3 or 4.
so impressive. Oh my goodness. I'm such a fan of all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Excited to work
Appreciate
on this.
it.
Yeah, well done.
Put Nike on notice.
That's right.
I actually can't believe it. We're about to build a world-class community and movement for the fighter in every woman.
Hey, man, shouts out to her. I am going to try to reach out to her, man, get on the platform and kind of talk to her a little bit more of the story of the journey. She got 3 sharks, and one of them comes with Serena Williams. So seems like she got a good deal. Shout out to Damon. I do think that, hey, you're talking about 12% or 3% regarding between 12 and 15%, that 3%. And you have, again, you're getting a lot more than what that 3% is going to encounter. Now, you have $1 billion brand. Maybe I'll be talking differently, but to get the 3 sharks that you got, plus, like I said, one of the sharks come with Serena Williams. And, and I understand if you're talking about 10%, but not over 3%. I think in the long term, that 3% it'll be worthwhile to you. And again, I see the play here is you build something up over the next 2 or 3 years and you sell it to a Nike, you sell it to an Adidas, you sell it to a UFC. One of the great things about America is you can build something out or build something up by being hyper focused. And a lot of times these big brands, they don't want to kind of build something up at that point. They just would rather buy it. Just think of Amazon and Ring. Amazon has bought a lot of companies for $1 billion, $2 billion, $500 million. So these big companies are rarely starting from scratch with things these days. They're going to buy somebody who has kind of built something up and got a market presence. And it seems like Alchemize Fight Wear. I know Alex, he was talking about how, the Alchemist book turned lead, or Alchemy in general is turning lead into gold. I love the name, and I think she has something on her hands. So before we kind of wrap it up, let's go to the website, man. See what the website is doing. I haven't did these in a couple weeks, so I'm kind of rusty at this thing. But let's get to it. You see the Alchemize Fight Wear. She has Alchemize Fight Wear. Since it is a trademark term, I will put R in a circle to let people know that it is a trademark term. $60, $70 for some garments. I mean, again, that seems pretty standard. And typically you'll see if it has any patents or patent pending, it'll be at the bottom of it. Let's see here. I don't see anything as I'm kind of quickly going through this. That doesn't mean she doesn't have it. Seems like she's from Philadelphia. Shout out to Philly. Will Smith. Yeah, that doesn't mean that she doesn't have patents pending, but to the extent that she does and she's watching this, I would recommend to put the patents in on the website at the bottom to put people on notice. That could kind of play a role down the line if you have to kind of sue somebody and when those damages are collected. Otherwise, I think, hey, man, 1 for 1. And she did not just get 1 shark. She did not get 2 sharks. She got 3 plus a bonus, plus Serena Williams. So, man, shout out to Maya for the amazing product and for getting a deal. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Guys, take care. Peace.